So first we're going to start by explaining what capitalism is. It comes from capital, and capital can mean land, machinery, or money, okay? So if you buy land to build a factory, the land is capital. If you build the factory is capital. If you load the factory up with machinery, the machinery is capital. And then of course it takes money to do all of that. Well, where does the money come from? Just like the game you're playing, the money comes from people who save. If nobody saves anything, there is no capital. If there is no capital, there is no factory. Now, what do people who save do with their money? They put it in banks. Then the banks loan the money to the people who buy the land, who build the factory, who put the machinery in. That's exactly what you're doing in this game. The game is the game of capitalism. Capitalism works because people who save want to put their money where A, it's safe, it won't get stolen, okay, and B, whatever they put in is going to earn them some money. What's the name of this game? Cash flow. If you put something in, if you buy a house, after your mortgage, you want to know, is there positive, passive income? That's the name of the game. Well, that is the name of the game for the whole world. Even when they say they're not a capitalistic country, they are a capitalistic country because there's only one game being played, and it's called money and production. All right, well, capitalism is based on private property. If you can't own and control that house you bought, if you can't set the rents, if you can't make the decisions about your expenses, if you have to think at any given point that the government can come in and seize your house, or anybody who wants it, the mafia, organized crime, the latest gang of hoodlums, if you think that anybody can come in and at a moment's notice with a gun come and take your property, are you going to invest your savings in that property in that area? Not likely. All right? So where does capital go? It goes where it feels safe. Now, you can divide all capital into two different categories. One is called liquid, and the other one is illiquid. Liquid means it's cold, hard cash. You see what you got sitting in front of you there? That's liquid. That's as liquid as it gets. Okay? Now, sometimes you'll have things that are called liquid, and it really means they're not cash, but you could turn it into cash within minutes or hours. All right? Now, you have a rental property. You own a small apartment building. You own a duplex. Would you call that liquid or illiquid?
Illiquid.
It's illiquid. How long is it going to take you to sell your duplex? Who knows? Okay, if you give it away, you could probably sell it tomorrow. Okay, if you discount it 40%, you could probably sell it by Tuesday. If you want full market value, you might want to do some praying. At least right now. All right. Now, who does the savings? People do savings, corporations do savings, banks do savings, governments do savings. Governments mostly spend other people's savings. Okay, but those are all sources of capital. Now, to give you some idea how much capital makes the world, global financial community work, I want you to picture a globe here, all right? And around the globe is this gigantic cloud cover, all right? And the cloud cover is liquid capital. Now, guess how much money is in that cloud cover? About $100 trillion. All the liquidity of the entire world community is approximately $100 trillion. Now, who controls that money? The owners. And the owners could be you, okay? Or the owners could be your government, or the owners could be General Electric, or the owners could be private equity funds, which are groups of rich people who get together and pool their money, all right? Equity funds there are equity funds in Saudi Arabia from people who have this huge wad of cash. Now, there are two kinds of problems with money. You either don't have enough, or you got too much. Now, everybody laughs when I say you got too much, but that is a real problem. What do you do if you have a ton of liquid cash or cash equivalents and you've got no place to put it? Now, there's a lot of people right here in this country right now with that problem. Oh, if you put it in a certificate of deposit, what do you get? 1.1% maybe? All right, so if you put $5,000 in a certificate of deposit for 1 year, you might get what back, $200? Wow, now there's a return to get you excited and the blood flowing. All right, so everybody can have a problem with too much cash.